Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. I have a question to start with, a couple questions. Say you come here, can I have your attention? Say you come here next to me, you look at the people, you see someone, a man sitting, and a child, a little boy, in his lap. I mean, don't overthink it, just whatever comes to your mind, okay? Question number one. What is the relationship of the man and the boy? Father and son. Okay. Does the man love the boy? What was that, Jude? Okay. Does the child feel safe with the man? Everyone nodding. Okay. By the way, you didn't know the man nor the child. You with me? Okay. All right. Has the man ever fed the child? You're saying yes? Probably. Okay. Okay. Sometimes. I'll take that. Okay. The point is, how do you know that? How do you know any of that? You're giving me answers and you're saying, and you seem confident, and you seem right. So it's that what is described as archetype. You look at a picture, you know, our mind will always give you a story of what you're looking at. You don't look at something and your mind gives you a blank nothing. Right? You walk into a room and in that, yes, Jude?
And what if they're looking at something all black, like there's no picture?
What if yeah. It's a hypothetical though, so that takes. Where was I, Jude? Where was I? So, yeah, the archetype. So you're looking at an image that somehow gives you everything you need to know about this. Just the image. The psychologist who described this first, he thinks of this as it's the collective mind of us humans. So, you know, the mind, us humans, we've seen father and son gazillion trillion times. Once you look at it, you know everything that needs to be known. You know that the son will go with the father, the little child will go with the man and will feel safe just because he's with the man. He's thinking, you know, I'm with dad. Even if he takes the child, walks into a place where some weird-looking people, scary things happening, right? The child, you just assume that. So this is the archetype in the mind of mankind. Now, according to me, there is our own archetypes in our Muslim series since the beginning. It's been some good episodes so far, starting with the Prophet ﷺ, coming over to us here. Okay? Now, we're talking about an event that took place Ramadan, the 17th of Ramadan. That was a pivotal point for the whole of Muslim nation. Second year of Hijrah, Ramadan 17th. What was that? Badr, thank you. Badr changed everything. Before Badr, Muslims, no one took them seriously. No one. After Badr, it's very different. Then what happened in Badr? Okay, just simply, the people, they've been dealing with the Muslims, the early Muslims, they've been dealing with Quraysh and their persecution and their abuse and hurt and them killing people and driving them out of their homes. People will have to leave eventually. so that they won't be captured and tortured and killed. So you know the first wave of people, they went to Al-Habasha, Abyssinia. Then the second wave, they started to go to Medina. They were displaced, pretty much. So, and now, they get from Allah the permission to fight. They're okay to fight. أُذِنَ لِلَّذِينَ يُقَاتَلُونَ بِأَنَّهُمْ ظُلِمُوا. They've been given permission because they've been treated unjustly. But after years, you know, second year of Hijrah, what was that of Bi'tha? Like since the Prophet was 15? About that, thank you. About 15. All these years, the early Muslims been putting up with Quraysh. And then what? And then what? And then enough. Enough. It's gotta stop. They started as they're just going to seize a caravan. So they have just simple things, it's just a sword, not really geared up for war. But then that slipped out of their hands. But they had just walked and marched way too far. Now the mushrikeen, they got news from the caravan that they almost got captured. So they prepare an army. They send letters to the Muslims, we're coming to meet with you guys. Okay, we'll meet in Badr. Now the Muslims, imagine this. You're one of 300 guys. You look in front of you. Well, you don't have to see. Before you see, you hear the drums of the other people coming up. Drumming up. They're all geared up. They have horses, they have shields, they have spears, they have everything. And they know it. They know they outnumber the Muslims. They have a lot more weapons. They're ready. So the guys are celebrating before the battle. Because, you know, 300 of us here, 1,000 of the bad guys. So how many per each? 3 per each. Well, okay, I've never fought with a sword, but I've fought with punches, and I was unfortunate once to fight 3 guys at once. You don't want to do that. I don't recommend it. You know, you give 1 punch. Now every one of them gives you 1 back, right? So you give 1 to 1, you get 3. You punch the second person, you get another 3. You punch this third person, and another 3. So each one of them got punched once, and how many you got? 9. See how worse it gets. Now factor in swords and shields and horses and all of this. The people, we're going to die today. Okay. But because it is his call, not yours. That's it. So you come, you're not worried what happens to you. Remember the child with the dad? You're not worried what happens. You feel it's going to be fine. Total devotion. That's what Ubudiyyah is about. That's what Allah wants to see. But we get a little too worried about ourselves. We get too worried. But that's what He wants to see. This kind of attitude. You know where you see this today? Where do you see this today? I hear Gaza, Gaza, Gaza. Why? Subhanallah, the videos that you see. Subhanallah. Incredible. Incredible. You know, their attitude. I mean, everything about the pictures and the videos is just unbelievable. You're just seeing it. But you wouldn't believe it if someone would say it, but you're seeing it. Okay? So I'm talking about the archetype, which is Badr. Badr is the archetype of that Ubudiyyah. You bring yourself, you show up, you put yourself there, as in the ultimate sacrifice, myself, for Allah. And this is what makes up for the strength, right? In a battle, the stronger army comes winning, right? That day, the Muslims won with a landslide, right? So the Muslims, with the 300, outnumbered, outarmed, but they had that strength, and that's all they needed. And this is, I heard the brothers say, Gaza, Gaza. And one might ask, why is that? Why would that remind you of or why does that match the archetype of the Ubudiyyah and the thing that changes course? And of course, you look at incredibly heroic moments caught on video and pictures, and you look at it and you think all of the things that we say about the seerah, about the Sahaba, and we say these were Sahaba, they did the craziest things, and they did. But you know what? We're now seeing the same things being done just as crazy for Allah, being done by these people. And they show in the video where someone would grab an explosive little bag that's hand delivered, and he would just sneak up to the tank and place it right there and activates it, and he knows he has about 3 or 4 seconds. I mean, if I make it back, that's great. If I make it back in one piece, if I don't, it's Allah's battle. They say that when they aim and they shoot and it's a good kill, they destroy the tank. What do they say? Allahu Akbar. Almost every single time they say, وَمَا رَمَيْتَ إِذْ رَمَيْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ رَمَى. They're giving the credit to Allah, as if they're saying,
it's excuse. I say it's excuse. We should not ignore that. We are quiet.
Oh, we're quiet?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
If someone kill your son, do not make excuse that Allah, I know Allah will go at Jannah, but it's just I don't know how I'm gonna explain that for you.
No, yeah, you shouldn't, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we can talk, you and I.
Why we are quiet? At least we're gonna stand for them.
Stand for what?
For the Palestinians.
Yeah.
So we should not quiet. We should not ignore. That, yeah, we say that Allah will give us Jannah. I agree with that. But yeah.
So my point here, my brother, is they bring the same vibe that the Sahaba brought in Badr. That's the point here. And Badr is the archetype of Allah is saying, you bring this to me and I'll give you victory over whoever. Man, they've been hammering the city for 6 months now. They don't have nothing that they didn't drop. Hammering for the city, 6 months. It's unbelievable what's happening. But the people there, you saw this woman say to her son, Wallahi naghali, her son, the dead body. She's talking to the dead body, her son, previously. Wallahi naghali. بس مخليتك تروح للي أغلى منك. Indeed, you're so precious to me, but I'm letting you go because you're going to someone who's even more precious. I mean, come on, I tell you this, and you probably can, yeah. You go and see these videos. Go see for yourself. And I ask Allah to make it easier for the people in Gaza. I know Allah is showing the world something, and you see that. You see the world coming into the fold of Islam. You see the people's minds and hearts. You see, Chloe, our sister, this is the 5th shahada since the beginning of Ramadan. You have people like Sean King, if you guys know him. You know, he was close enough to the case. He's seeing all this injustice. You're seeing all the Ubudiyyah that the people of Gaza are displaying. And that's so inspiring. Where he was on the first day of Ramadan, he said, I'm Muslim. Subhanallah, subhanallah. I ask Allah to reward the people of Gaza immensely for this. Allahumma ameen. And I don't want to take any more than time. I know we're running late. Let's get up for prayer, inshallah.